Hi, this is Dean Odell with Seven Gables Real Estate in the Odell Group, and it's time for Tustin Talks. It's May 21st, and I hope this COVID isn't bringing you down and you guys are learning how to cope with it just like we are in our industry. Short story, had a seller call me today whose house did not sell and said, Dean, would I be wasting my time to even have you come out and tell me whether I can get my house sold or talk to you? You know, I said, well, we can do this a couple different ways. We can do it online, but you know, you can walk me through with your phone, or if you want me to come out, I can mask up, put booties, gloves on, all that stuff. She says, no, come out. I want you to see the house. So then she tells me, you know, I asked why she called on me, and she said, well, I've noticed in the MLS and through my searches that you guys have sold like 20 homes during this COVID-19, and all these other agents I'm talking to, my agent that I used to use is telling me they're not selling anything, that nothing's happening out there. The market's dead. And I said, well, you know what? I mean, this is where experience takes over, okay? We've been doing this a long time. This is our third cycle, and we know how to get a home sold no matter what the conditions. And I have got great news for you guys because the market is moving. And if you look at some of our previous Tustin Talks, you're gonna see that we called that right. So get some experience on your side and let's move forward and look at the charts. All right, so this is the week that we talk about Orange County a little bit, and then we're gonna move on to the Tustin market data. So let's talk about the active listing inventory in Orange County. Right now, we are down 34% from last year. We have 4,867 homes on the market versus last year's 7,413. I have been saying for weeks and weeks and weeks, the problem with the market was inventory. Finally, we're getting some new inventory. We are up 242 homes in the last 30 days, which is about 5% of the inventory. Now, if you look at the demand chart, you're gonna see that the demand is for a 30-day increment compared to last year. So when we look at our demand chart, what we're gonna see is in the last 30 days, our demand has jumped from 1,172 escrows to 1,622. That means we've gone up 450 sales, which is a nice big increase. We really, really needed that. And then if you look at where we are compared to last year, we're still down 36%. Last year, we had 2,655 homes in escrow at this time. Sorry to interrupt this program, but you know what? Let's make sure you're subscribed to Tustin Talks. Click on the button below next to our name, and if that doesn't work for any reason, you can just go to tustintalks.com or our websites, the Odell Group and northtustin.com, and subscribe there. So let's continue. All right, so let's see how that demand's breaking down. If you have been a loyal fan of Tustin Talks, you know this colored chart, and you know it's one of my favorite charts because it breaks down demand within the price ranges. A few weeks ago, if you look back, you will see that this entire chart was almost dark red, which means a buyer's market. And I had said at that time, I did not believe that was to be true. I said, I think that our inventory is the problem, not the demand. We have stale inventory that's been on the market. There's still plenty of demand out there because we see it on our own team, so we know. I had predicted that hopefully this chart would turn mostly white and green, and if you look at where we are now, that's where we are. If you look at where we are now, up to $1 million, we have a slight seller's market, we have a balanced market up to $1,250,000, and we have a slight buyer's market up to $1.5 million. But both the 1 to 1.5 range, they're almost creeping into the next range. So in other words, that white range is going to be light green probably next time, and the light red is going to be white next time. So everything is getting better. Everything is improving. Okay, now with all that improvement, we look at the Orange County expected marketing time and look how it's dropped. You can see how it was raising up, then all of a sudden it started to come down a little bit, and now boom, it just dropped because of all this demand that just came on the market. So now we're down to 90 days. Last year we were at 84 days. Not much of a difference to get your home sold from a timing perspective right now. All right, and since about half of our business is in the Tustin area that we like to focus on the Tustin market. You can only get it here on Tustin Talks. If we look at what's for sale in the Tustin areas, I have to say that, hey, North Tustin and Tustin, you guys got to get going. You got to start listing your houses. We are down almost 56, 57% in those two areas, and the that compares with the county only being down 34% on inventory. So we are lagging the county on inventory. People are just waiting and waiting and waiting. If you feel good about getting your home on the market, give us a call. We will explain how this can be done during COVID. We can do it safely, but we want to make sure that you feel good about it. And remember, these stats are through the end of April, but like I told you, the statistics have not gotten much better in terms of inventory. We've only gone up 5% in this early May period in the county. So Tustin's kind of reflecting that as well. We need inventory badly for the buyers that are out there right now. If you look at the new listings, look at this, 17 versus 56, 22 versus 56, 10 versus 43. I mean, you have new listings down almost 70 to 75% in the Tustin areas. That's crazy, okay? And the solds are only down 40s, like in the 40s, and the pendings, what's going in escrow, look at those, 63, 44, 68. Those are great numbers when you consider the fact that no inventory is on the market, right? So this is what we're trying to tell you. We've been trying to tell you. The buyers want to take advantage of the market, and they want to buy houses right now. Finally, what I want to say about this chart, this tells the real story of how strong this market is. Final list price, original list price, average days on the market. Look at those numbers. You're talking 99% of list price, 98% of list price, 21 days on the market versus 53. Look at the days on the market for every zip code. The days on the market for the Tustin areas are way down. They've dropped almost by half or more in some of these markets. You know, we're actually selling homes faster. The problem is we just don't have enough inventory in Tustin. All right, so hopefully you've gotten the idea or the message here. The only thing that's slowing down this market right now is the sellers. Sellers, do you not want to sell your houses? Have you enjoyed being home too much? Is that what's going on? Anyway, I'm teasing, but we are expecting a late market this year because of this. The good news is things are improving. We have ways to protect the house, to protect you, to protect the buyers. Business is being done differently these days. A lot of it's being done virtually, online first. So sellers, I don't know, we're almost begging you. Give us a call. Let's get these houses on the market. There's buyers that want them. There's plenty of buyers out there. Okay, buyers, so I know what you're asking yourselves or questioning. You're like, why is there all these buyers out there? I thought we were in this major health crisis and people were losing their jobs and unemployment rate was high. Well, you're right about all that, but we're not in a housing crisis. This housing market was built on a very strong foundation. This is not a foreclosure market. This is not the Great Recession. We have interest rates at historical lows. We live in Orange County. It's one of the most desirable places people want to live here. There is a big buyer pool out there, and there's a lot less homes on the market for that buyer pool. So it still feels very competitive. Hopefully these sellers will come on the market so that you have more options. But let me tell you something. The industry just changed May 1st, and I don't know if you're aware of this, but we can now, while we're prepping the homes, put the properties into what's called a coming soon status. And the only people that have access to the coming soon status are the real estate agents that are board members of the MLS. Zillow doesn't get it. All the other consumer sites, they don't get it. This means that you now need a buyer's agent more than ever. You need to know about these houses before they make it on Zillow and these other websites you guys are using out there. Get yourselves a good buyer's agent because now it's more important than ever. Okay, so that's it for this week's Tustin Talks. Please subscribe and let us know if you have any questions. Give us a call, reach out to us, whatever we can do to help you. And sellers, let's go. It's time. Let's get the houses on the market. All right, see you next week. Bye-bye. The Odell Group's been around for nearly 40 years. We are ranked number 9 in transactions closed, and we can give you the right advice to help you make good decisions. So please click on our subscribe button here and start watching the videos and let us know if there's anything we do to help you.